it's Holly, and welcome to the Proper Pineapple Podcast, episode number, I believe, 7. If I'm wrong, it will be written down in the description, but I believe it's number 7. Welcome back to all of my returning subscribers. I appreciate so much that you guys watch my videos every week. Thank you. And to all my new subscribers, hi. Again, I'm Holly, and this is the Proper Pineapple. A mostly crochet-related podcast, but we do get into a little bit of knitting and some other randomness. You can find me all over the internet at The Proper Pineapple. I'm on the Facebook at The Proper Pineapple. I'm on Instagram at The Proper Pineapple. On Facebook, there's also a Proper Pineapple Crochet group. And over on Ravelry, there is a Proper Pineapple Crochet group. It's the Proper Pineapple group on Ravelry, and I am Ms. Proper Pineapple on Ravelry. So you can find me in all of those wonderful places. So if you hear any noise, it is because my children are outside playing with the neighbor friends, and the windows are all open because we live in Michigan. And it decided to be almost 90 degrees today. And like I stated in a previous video, all my air conditioners decided to die. So we're just trying to stay cool with all the windows open. But that just means loud children. But that's how we roll here, all right? Just kids and noise and pets. That's what we do. A quick little bit about me for all my new subscribers. Again, my name is Holly. I live here in the lower south side of Michigan. Where do we live in Michigan, honey?
South Central.
We live in South Central Michigan. My husband's the cameraman, Mr. Pineapple. But anyways, we live in South Central Michigan with our 3 children. I have a son that's an 11, actually just turned 12 years old. Today, he's growing so fast. I'm going to beat him. No, I'm just kidding. He just turned 12. We have a 9-year-old daughter who is our little princess, and our little bitty squishy who is 4. And then we also have 2 dogs and a cat. So our house is full of love and noise. So sometimes that spills over into my podcast. But let's get on to the crochet related stuff, because let's face it, that's why you guys are here. I'm going to start right out with like my projects and stuff, and then we'll get into any news and other stuff I want to talk about at the end of the podcast. So, first off, finished objects. I have none. I have no finished objects because all week I was planning for a trip that I was supposed to take here and leave tomorrow, but the trip fell through because of car troubles and the kids being sick and stuff like that. So, I planned for the trip and was packing for the trip instead of crocheting, and now I could have been crocheting. So, no finished objects. And I've only worked on 2 of my mini whips. So you guys know I was doing the Kelsey shawl that was designed by Lacey over at the Hooked on Owls podcast. She was so generous to donate that to me. I did not get anything done on that. I was also working on something else that I cannot recall. But the Takes 2 to Tango shawl, which is a shawl using 2 cake yarns, and I was working on that, but I was saving that for the trip, so I didn't work on that much either, so I have nothing to show there. But let me show you the 2 things I did do. So my 2 whips. This is going to be a short podcast. Sorry, guys. My 2 whips. First off, you guys know I was making a sweater for my son. And previously I had the yoke I thought done, but when I tried it on him, it wasn't done. So I wanted to extend the yoke. And so I did that. This is the sweater. I let him pick out whatever yarn he wanted. And he picked, let me get a skein of it out here. The bag is... I'll show you what I'm carrying it in here in a second. He picked some Red Heart Super Savers in this green tonal color. It's called Green Tones. He loves green. So he picked that. So I made the yoke big enough for him by just extending it more. And then now I have officially started down the side of the sweater. It's really, really just green, isn't it? And I've got this adorable stitch marker on here, guys. Let me see if I can get it so you can see it. I feel like this is my first time podcasting. It's a little monkey. Isn't it cute? Because if anybody knows us, they know I call my oldest son my monkey. So when I saw that monkey stitch marker, actually I made it, but when I remembered I had it, I was like, that's what goes on his sweater. So, and what I'm keeping it in, sorry, everything is a little messy. Oh, and my nose is itchy. My cat was bugging me. I'm keeping it in my giant bag here with all my buttons all over it, that I got at Michigan Fiber Studio in Grand Rapids. Her mother, the owner of the store's mother, makes these bags out of recycled suit coats. And when I saw that, I just almost died because I was like, that is too cool. Sorry, I was like digging for the hook. So I bought one of those. It's absolutely, let me show you again. So here's my big bag. It has all the original pockets, and the pockets open. You could stuff, there's so many pockets on this thing. And the inside she lined, and she took out, let me show you here, all of the tags from the suit and put them in. I just love it. It's so great, and it's huge. I've got 2 projects in there right now. So, I mean, that's pretty good. I am making the sweater with my 5.5 millimeter crochet hook from, let me cover, from Touché Crochet on Etsy. You know, I got a bunch of her hooks, guys, and I absolutely love this one. Sorry, there's like a piece of lint. There it is. This is my favorite. I love to work with this guy. It fits my hand so beautiful. So again, touchecrochet.com or Touché Crochet over at Etsy. I will link her down in the description box. That is the hook I'm using. Let me put that back in my project bag so I don't lose it. My next whip I'm carrying here. Oh, sorry. I left my keychains, which I love keychains. I collect them. So left my keychains attached because I walked down to the library with this. One of my wonderful viewers sent me this. Essentially, it's a lunchbox, but it's covered in pineapples. So I used it as a yarn box, and it was perfect for me, or yarn bag. I just carried this right down to the library and just crocheted right away. I do watch out for the zipper getting stuck in the yarn. What I have in here is my Wonder Woman shawl I'm working on. I didn't get a ton done on it, but I did get some. I am making that with my D hook, which I believe is a 3.25. I could be completely wrong. It's my D hook by Touché Crochet. You get to see that. I love, this is a different style handle. I absolutely love her hooks, guys. I cannot recommend her enough. That's the hook I'm using. And the yarn I'm using is this lovely kind of goldenrod. I believe the color was golden yellow. And this red, which I think was just plain red. And this is by Loops and Threads. It's their wool-like. You can get this at Michael's. It's a fingering weight yarn, which just means it's a really thin yarn. And you get a lot. You get like 600 and some yards per ball, and they're only like $2.99 a ball. But so I'm using these 2 colors. It's not attached at the moment because I was in the middle of changing colors. And when I do work it, I made myself a Wonder Woman stitch marker because Wonder Woman. Anyways, it's a Wonder Woman shawl. Let me put the balls back in there. So the last time you had seen me, I had just gotten, it's kind of hard to hold it up, but I had just gotten a little of the yellow done. Let me hold it upside down. That's actually a little easier. It's upside down now, guys. Okay, this is, it's easier to see the W. I had gotten a little of the yellow done. So what I've done in the last couple of days is finish out this first yellow stripe and start on the, you do some side striping, some short rows. You do 2 rows of red, and then you do about 5 rows of yellow, and then you go over to the other side and do the same thing. 2 rows of red and 5 rows of yellow, and then you go with a red and go down and do the whole W and across, and then you do the next yellow stripe, and then you finish with a couple different sets of red. So again, I'm holding it upside down because that's the best way to see the shape of it. Kind of upside down. It's like a W. It will lay on me kind of like this. I guess this is the easy way. It'll kind of wrap around like that. And so like I said, you'll have more yellow up here, and then it'll be the same over here, red and yellow, and then red that'll come across, go down and up, and then yellow that'll do that, and then red on the top. And that will be the end of it. And there are 2 sides of this, 2 sides. That's not correct. I need to go back to English class. 2 sizes of this. There is the Wee, which is a smaller kind of shawlette size, and the Wondrous. And I am, of course, doing the Wondrous because I was like, if I'm going to make it, and I had plenty of yarn. There's 600 and some yards in these. So get in my bag. I will have more than enough yarn. I'll have leftover of that. So I went ahead and made the Wondrous size. So hopefully I'll have that done. And then I have one more thing you guys haven't seen yet. It's a new project. I started a new whip. I know, isn't that crazy? Since I didn't finish any whips, I started a new one, right? Who else does that? Who else starts whips just whenever the mood hits? I had finally caved. I caved, you guys. Everybody was doing granny stripe blankets, and I was like, I don't want to do a granny stripe blanket. I've done granny squares and da-da-da-da-da. I don't want to. I'm not going to. And I was watching and watching, and then I saw all these beautiful granny stripe blankets, and I was like, all right, you win. I'm going to do a granny stripe blanket. So I broke out my leftover yarns and I started my own granny stripe blanket. Can you guys see that? Honey, is that focusing on it?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So it's not that big. Well, I mean, it is pretty big. It's probably about a twin. It starts here and keeps going and keeps going. All right. So it's probably about a twin size bed. And what I did is I am doing 2 rows of every color. It looks a little weird, especially like, let's get like right here in the center, because this first 2 rows is I believe the flamingo colorway on the Super Saver Stripes by Red Heart Yarn. So it changes color midway through. So that's why it looks different, but they're the same. And then this blue was part of, I think, the Easter doll I did. And I believe it's just a blue tonal of Red Heart Yarn. And then this next one here, again, it changes colors a bunch. Got little greens and some pink and some blues. That's actually the yarn I made my first sweater with. And then this next yarn is another one of the Red Heart Yarn Super Saver Stripes. And I made my daughter a beautiful granny square sweater with it. And I think it's fruity stripe, but I could be wrong. And then this top blue almost looks like it's solid, but it is not. I'm sorry, kids caving in from outside. They don't know how to be quiet. The top stripes here, the top 2 stripes, are actually the blue ombres from Red Heart Yarn. So that's a really slow color change. So you can they'd almost look just the same. But anyway, so here's my granny stripe. My plan is just to make it with all my leftover worsted weight yarns, because I use a lot of worsted weight yarn, and just make it for the winter time, because even though it's almost 90 here in Michigan, by the time this blanket's done in the winter, it's going to be negative 90. It'll be freezing here. No. It usually gets what, honey? Like negative 15? That's like the lowest. Maybe the negative 20s on occasion. So I figured the kids can use a blanket. So, and I'm not making it specific for my daughter or my son, because right now, I mean, there is a lot of pink going on here. But obviously, like when I get done with my son's sweater, they'll get some green thrown in here. I'm just going with whatever yarn I got. The only problem with a granny stripe blanket, guys, that I'm going to tell you I see so far are all these magical ends. And I like a long end to weave in, so I always leave a long end. But yes, so many ends. But here's my granny stripe. I absolutely love it. I cannot wait to get it done. And I think, looky. Will you go tell your sister to be quiet? Okay, go tell your sister to be quiet. Please go tell your sister to be quiet. Do your kids listen to you? Because my kids don't, unless I say it 8 times in a row. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, let's get on to things I want to talk about in mail. And one thing I went out and bought something the other day that I've been seeing at Hobby Lobby forever, and Walmart had it and I wanted it, and it was this. Isn't it adorable? It's a little unicorn ball shooter. Let's see, you just see if I can catch it, guys. And you shoot these little rainbow balls like out of his nose. It's so funny. And it came with like 4 of them. So when I lose this one, because I'm going to shoot it at my husband now. Got him. This is literally what I bought it for shooting at my husband. But I saw that and I had to get it. Okay. Now on to mail. I have gotten some mail. And after mail, I want to talk about next month's Cal a little bit and talk about some upcoming videos. Okay, so some mail. One of my lovely viewers, Mariah from Oklahoma, sent me some stuff she made. And I'm sorry, there's like a little piece of yarn lint or cat hair or something on my nose, but it's good now. So she made me a couple of things. And thank you so much, Mariah. It was so sweet of you. First off, she made me a couple of pineapple scrubbies. That is so cute. I absolutely love them. My kids can't wait to wash dishes with those. She made this lovely cowl. I haven't seen this yarn before, the pink and the gray. I really like it. That will definitely come in handy. My daughter's already eyeballing it. Thank you for making that. And then she wrote me a really sweet letter, which I'm of course saving for myself. I did read it. She made one of my feather patterns out of the I believe this is the Red Heart Yarn Super Saver Stripes in the color Bright Stripe, which is one of my favorites. Or maybe this is the retro. I don't know, but either way, it was really pretty. I'm going to set that there. And she also, out of the same colorway, made this adorable little octopus. He's so cute. And my kids are fighting over him too, but he's going to go in the keychain collection. Thank you so much, Mariah. I absolutely love it. And I just appreciate that you took time to make something for me. That is just so sweet. I'm going to put this all back in the box now so I can make sure to get it to where it all needs to be. Thank you so much, Mariah. Let me set that to the side. Now, I did receive a package from a fulfillment service. And I'm super excited about the package. And I absolutely love what's in it. But there was no name of who sent me this. Yeah, I'm looking one more time. It just says the name of the fulfillment company, and there was nothing on the inside except for what was sent. So if you sent me this, please get in touch with me. I would like to say thank you. It's wonderful. And what was sent to me was a 12-piece set of crochet hooks. Let me just go ahead and take these all out of the bag. These are adorable. They're all colorful and all like different colors. Sorry, get them out of the plastic. But it was 12 hooks and they're all beautiful. And the thing about these, I'm trying to find the one or the two I want to show you. The thing about these that I find to be so amazing is this hook right here and I'm sorry guys here, this hook right here. These two hooks. Because these two hooks here's my little squishy. Hold on. Squishy, come talk to Daddy. Oh, he got a scratch, guys. He got hurt. It's okay, honey. When you're playing, sometimes boo-boos happen, okay? You're going to be okay. All right. He's good now. So, these two hooks were what surprised me out of this set of crochet hooks. I love all of them. But this is a 3mm crochet hook. They're rolling off the table. Sorry, guys. This one's a 3mm, and this one's a 7mm. And here in the United States, it's actually really hard to find a 3mm and a 7mm. They just don't make them. They don't, like, you'll get your whole set and it'll go right from a 2.75 up to a 3.25. It skips right over the 3mm and again with the 7mm. So when I got this set and I started looking through it and I saw those, I was just shocked. So I'm sure whoever sent these to me maybe ordered them from overseas, which is amazing because like I said, I don't have in any of my stuff a 3 or a 7. And then the rest of these are just great. You can never have enough crochet hooks, especially if you have children who want to crochet, because whose kids steal their hooks? Mine all the time, but I'm not going to let them steal these. So whoever sent these to me, thank you, thank you, thank you. I love them. And they're all these soft rubbery handles. Love it. Thank you so much. I will definitely get a lot of use out of those. And then I got one more package from a wonderful subscriber. I got a package from a subscriber named Vista, and she contacted me and said she had some knitting books and wondered if I'd like them. And I said I would. So she sent them to me, and I was shocked when I got them. She sent me several packages, but she sent me a couple of things. So before I show you the books, she sent me a couple other things. She sent me a sock loom, which my children are already fighting over who gets to make socks on the sock loom. She also sent me, before I get going there, she sent me a lovely letter. Is it in the envelope? It is not. My children were reading the letter. Oh, here it is. It fell. It was this adorable letter with Winnie the Pooh. How cute is that? Oh, it's so nice. So, 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 so sweet. And then she sent me a couple of keychains, which I love. First off, this amazing glitter pineapple keychain. Love it. That will go on the keychains. And then the next one is actually a pineapple keychain. Let me get it right. Pineapple keychain with a couple of fringy keychains with it. Cannot wait to put that on my keychain hook. And then she sent me books. She also sent me some patterns. So this is all a stack of individual patterns that she sent me. And then, guys, I'm just going to pick up the tote. Is that on camera, honey?
The top of it is.
Okay, ready, guys? Hold on. I'm going to pick it up. Yeah. All of these books. Was that on camera, honey?
Yes.
Okay. Let me set it down. Vista. Whew. Them male people must have had a bad day when they saw you coming. Oh, they were so good. But look, Okay, I'm gonna show you a couple of my favorites. This colored knitting book. Oh, I love it. I've already got a couple things in that one. Oh, and my children are loving this animal knitted book. There was a crochet book in here too. There's so many, just so many books to look at that. It's going to take me forever to get through these, but I cannot wait to make. Let me see, there was one thing in here that I was just dying when I saw it. I could not help it. Was it this? No. Oh, yes, it was. It was this. It's a Wiener Dog Scarf. Look at that, guys. It's a wiener dog, so it like wraps around your neck. I'm sorry, I'm easily amused, but Vista, thank you so much. I cannot wait to get started on projects with these books. I love your card. It was so sweet of you. Thank you so much. Yes, and the money you spent on shipping was crazy. Oh, thank you so much. I cannot express how much I appreciate when you people send me stuff. You obviously don't have to. I love you guys anyways. But when you do, it just shows me that you care, and I'm just blessed. I'm blessed to have all of you pineapple people in my life. My husband reminded me a moment ago that I did finish one or two things. I did finish some dolls. Are these on camera at all, honey, or are they too high?
They're partly on camera. Yes.
So I think you guys have already saw this one. This is Monica. She's my sock monkey doll I made. Little sock monkey shoes, and she's got like blonde curly hair. We'll set her down. And then this one's brand new. She just showed up the other night on our live podcast, so some people might not have seen her. This girl here, is it showing her good, honey? Yep. This one is, I named her Fuchsia. I know that's not the exact color, but we're going with it. She has hot pink hair, this lovely black and gray dress, and it has little metal studs all along the bottom. She is one of my favorites. Oh my goodness. So I did finish that. I guess I did have finished objects. So I gotta get her to sit again. I just forgot about having finished objects. So that is about it. Okay, so like life stuff going on in my life right now. As you can tell, I'm feeling much better from my little bout with my diabetes or about a week or so ago. I'm feeling really, really good. Everything's back to normal. Thank you all for the prayers. As far as my kids being sick, my son's pink eye is doing great. The eye drops seem to have taken it away almost instantly. Of course, we're staying on it for the recommended time, but he's much, much better. And then my little squishy had woken up with a fever the other day. That's gone. So everybody's doing much better. So that's my life update. As far as channel news, this Saturday, there will be a video coming out announcing July's crochet along. And actually, it's not a crochet along, it's a make along. I don't care if you crochet, or if you knit, or you sew, or you loom knit, or hot glue stuff together. Doesn't really matter to me. It's a make along. And it is going to be hosted over on Ravelry and on my Instagram page. So over on Ravelry, there's going to be an FO thread, and you can enter there. And you can enter in both places, on Instagram and on Ravelry, with the same thing. It's fine either way. And I'm going to pick a winner from Ravelry, and I'm going to pick a winner from Instagram. So let's talk Ravelry first. Actually, no. Stay tuned for Saturday, because it's a lot of information. I don't want to give you the broken up version of it. Saturday, I'm going to make an entire video with all the rules, all the information. It's basically going to be a Christmas in July make-along. So stay tuned for that video. The video announcing June's winner will come out on, let me look again, my calendar, the 3rd. Will come out on July 3rd, Tuesday, July 3rd. The winner of June's giveaway will be announced, so stay tuned for that. And on July 5th, the winner of, or not the winner, July's giveaway will be announced. So that's a couple of upcoming videos for you guys, okay? And I think that's about it. Did I forget anything, honey?
You did get monetized.
Oh, and my channel was approved for the YouTube Partnership Program. You guys probably noticed now there are a commercial at the beginning of the video. If it's not too long of a commercial, I would appreciate it if you'd watch that. I don't make a ton of money off of it, but it makes a little money, and all of that money is going to be going to the channel to help with giveaways and meetups and things to make the channel better for you guys, okay? So that's why the commercials are there. I'm not going to let them put like too many crazy things where pop-ups pop up everywhere. I'm going to try to keep that to a minimum. But that's why. And I was so excited. Sorry, my eyes all itchy all of a sudden. I was so excited. I got the news at like 10 o'clock at night the other night, and I was just really, really excited that I had gotten approved finally, because all of you know it's been a long road. They have really drawn out the process of approving people. But I'm approved, and the channel is on its way to supporting itself. I'm sorry. That's my oldest kid being loud this time.
And the neighbor.
And the neighbor kid, if that helps. But anyways. Okay, guys. I got to get out of here because children. Right? But I will see you guys all on Saturday to talk about the video. And also Saturday, I probably will announce when our next live craft night will be. Okay? Because I got to sit down and figure that out. And I'll get back to you on it. Okay? So, bye, guys. See you later.